Good morning, everybody. Oh, suddenly a little congested. What's up with that? Well, anyway, welcome to, what is it, October 22nd. Oh man, 2021's going by so fast. We are going to be in the 747-200 flying up to Denver International Airport. We'll have that overlay up for now. And we're going to be flying on PilotEdge. It's going to be some good shit. Make this music a touch quieter. We already got our shit filed. I just need to get my charts ready real quick. So let's go ahead and get that running. So I'm going to need... I'll actually show you this as I'm doing it. Ooh, I need to do that. That's right. I didn't set that up. I reorganized my Stream Deck a little bit. I simplified it. That is not the screen I wanted you to see, but I guess I'll drag this over. Actually, that does work better. Never mind. This works perfectly. So, we're going to want the 10-9 for Albuquerque. We're going to want... We're on Bravo 9 or Bravo 7, not that it necessarily matters. We're on Bravo 9 here. So, I'll just write that down, that we're on Bravo 9, just so I know. That's where we currently are. So we don't really need the parking gates. I believe we are going to be assigned the Albuquerque 3 departure because it seems to make the most sense. The Largo doesn't really make sense because it takes you out to these other fixes. It doesn't take you to Albuquerque. So, Albuquerque 3 departure is also what we're going to hang on to. So here we go. Now I'm going to use that. Yeah, see, this is why I need to set that up properly so you guys don't see my client as I'm doing that, but... Now we need our frequencies, so we got Albuquerque clearance is going to be 19.2. Well, actually, before that, I need to get this sucker powered up, don't I? So, over the flight engineer panel, check it out. I got track IR going now. Battery master on. Standby power normal. APU, click start. You gotta wait for the door to open. I still need to read up on exactly how you're supposed to do this. I don't quite understand. I guess this is the cruising altitude you're planning on going to, so it tells you what your cabin altitude's going to be. Alright, doors open, start that sucker up. You can see it spinning up, go outside and we'll hear it.
Flaps 1.
Flap should be all the way
Flaps
up. I'm
up.
not sure what's up with that. Alright, we can pause the music for now as we start to get things ready. So APU's up and running. We can open up the APU bleed air. And we can make the APU gen be the thing that's powering stuff. There we go. Galley power will turn on for now. The galley chillers will also turn on. Galley fan auto. Galley lav fan auto. Kind of just flow right down through all this. Passenger oxygen's normal. Let's see. Oh, it's the DC meters. I don't really care about that too much. I care more about AC power. So, APU Gen 1, good power in Gen 2 as well. Alrighty. Supply vent fans on, gaspers on, recirculating fans coming on. Packs on. Humidifier will turn on. Packs auto. It's fine. Temperatures up here all looking good. You know, when I'm doing this, maybe it makes more sense to not use the track IR, but I really like using it, so we're gonna leave it at that. Let's get the ATIS real quick because I'm gonna need that for multiple things. Albuquerque. It's information Mike. Winds 350 at 7. 10 statute mile visibility. Few at 20,000. Temperature 9 or dew point -8. Altimeter 3025. Arriving, departing runway 3 and 26. I'm assuming we'll take 26. 3 is the short one. Alright, so we are going to use that for this right here. Barometric setting right now is 3025, so that is in. We're going to cruise at 33,000 feet. Alright, so that is all set. Let's see, anything else we need to do? Blower selector normal's fine, that's fine. Aft cargo heat, that's an after start item. It's all fine. We're not going to run through all the tests because we'll be here forever if we were to do that. Fuel, we'll get that ready. It's all good to go there now. Alright. Flight engineer panel's good. I still don't quite understand why we can never get those engine valves to close. But we'll come back to that eventually. Alright, now to go up front. Need to turn on some stuff up here as well, because otherwise other things aren't going to be working. As far as this bit goes, we got nothing to worry about here. Anti-skid will turn on. Body steering can be armed. Set the IRS to align. Slaved is fine. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Emergency lights are armed. No smoking signs on. Seatbelt sign, we'll hold off on that until we're actually ready to push. Nav lights are on. Looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Essential and radio master on. And that's all we needed from the overhead panel for now. We're in radio. Radio, good. We're going to stay that way for this entire flight. Ooh, get rid of that nonsense. We're not using that today. Get out of here. There we go. I think I still have to set the position if I do it that way, don't I? Yes, I do. INS align fast, INS source sim GPS. Oh, okay, so I set it so I don't have to worry about that, so we're not going to worry about it for now. Yay me for knowing that I didn't want to deal with that. Alright, so we can get the radios set then. So we're going to need clearance delivery, which is going to be on 19.2. So let's go 19.2, that's ready, and departure is going to end up being... That's a great question. Let's see. 124.4. Awesome. Ground here is 121.9er. And towers 120.3. As we're flying along, I might get to a point where I'm not using these radials and actually twisting them. I have a radio panel, and I might end up using that, so you might end up seeing me not really fiddling with that all the time. So just a heads up, I might switch to doing that just because it'll make life simpler. Transponders in standby, good. This should be in go around for now, and EPR. I don't see anything else there that needs our attention right now. Cool. And actually, I could have just done this. That would have been much easier. But pretending like we're actually sitting here. Altimeter, while I have it, it's 3025. Naturally, it's blocking 2, 23, 24, 25. I'm going to assume that's right, even though it's blocking my view here. 30, 25. There we go. How are we looking over there? Do I have to set that one too, or does that sync? I think it's synced. There we go. Yep, it's synced. Cool. Alright. So let's get into it here. Let's do our load calculator. Let's pull that up. Get all this stuff going before we connect to PilotEdge. So we got the radios program. We need to get our load set up here. So cargo weight, we only brought 3,200 pounds. I'm just going to have it be in the cargo 3. So, oh gosh, this is going to make this plane ridiculously light. I'm not even sure if it's going to qualify as a heavy or not. I'm going to have to go double check what weight that starts at. I think it's 500,000 pounds is a heavy. Alright, passengers 349. Passengers. I kind of kept them towards the back. Oh, let's actually bring this one down a little bit. Let's fill the upper deck. Put a few more in the front, just to try and keep the CG a little more balanced. So that's set, that's set. This flight is 390 miles. So it's 400 miles. It recommends 310. I put, I think, 330. Is that what I did? Yeah, 330 is what I put in. That's reasonable. Alternate distance is 50 miles. Contingency fuel 5, taxi fuel 15. So it recommends 50,840. The block fuel for SimBrief is 52,000. Honestly, that's pretty close because SimBrief probably has slightly different contingency calculation or alternate fuel calculation. So yeah, we'll do our 52,000 pounds of block fuel, and minimum for takeoff is 51,000. Alright, so show load sheet, turn the main screen, we got that good to go. So we did our load calculator, use load sheet fuel. Total fuel we want is 50,000. Actually, I want more than that. We're going to do 52. We're just going to instant refuel. I'm not waiting for that. But I'm too lazy to wait for that. Payload. Use the load sheet. And let's board up. And let's load up our cargo. We'll let that run. We'll see how long that takes. If it starts taking forever, I'll just instant board and load and go from there. The INS, let's see if that's... Yep, it's all aligned and happy. Cool. We're good there. Ground stuff.
Cockpit to ground. Put the chocks on.
Already be in. What's this fast load option? Huh.
Chocks are on.
Well, that would have been good to know that's a thing, but that's not as fun. Checklist. Let's do the before start for pilots. Let's go.
Before start checklist, please. Gear lever and lights. Down and check. Brakes. Parked. Start levers. Off. Radios. On and check. Flight control hydraulic power. On. INS. Check and nav. Compasses. Slaved. Window heat. Damn.
I always forget that's part of the before start on this plane.
On. Seatbelts and no smoking. Damn. On. Emergency lights. Armed. Exterior lights. Check. Flight instruments. Check.
Apparently we're
Altimeters
just
and clocks.
done with boarding.
1, 0, 2, 4. Set and cross-check. Radio INS switches. Radio. Radar and transponder. Damn.
Standby, and the radar needs to go to standby.
Indicator lights. Check. Engine and wing anti-ice. Off. Stall warning. Damn. Check. Mach airspeed warning.
I don't... Oh, that one's right next to it. That's right.
Check. Auto brakes. Check and off. Body gear steering. Arm. Anti-skid. On. Autopilot and flight director. Check and off. Takeoff warning. Check. Auto flight enunciators. Check. GPWS. Damn. Check.
Pull up.
Instrument warning. Check. Flight director computer selectors. Check. Instrument source selectors. Normal. Reserve brake valve. Closed. Spoilers. Down. Static selectors. Normal. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. Brake pressure. Check. Stabilizer trim. Check and on. Rudder and aileron trim. Check. Checklist completed.
Cool. Let's go back to the flight engineer station.
Battery. On. ABQ panel. Check. Auxiliary power. Check. Engine oil quantity. Check. Fuel quantity. 51941 pounds. Fuel panel. Weight. Check and set. Pressurization controls. Check and set. Bleed controls. Let's see. Check and set. Hydraulic quantity.
That's how you have to set it for
Check.
takeoff or
EPR
start.
computer. Go around. Circuit breakers. Check. Indicator lights. Check. Electrical panel. Check and set. Air conditioning controls. Let's see.
I don't know what they want for this one because I fiddled with it quite a bit and I couldn't figure it out. Clearly, I don't know what it wants. Because, I mean, it's in auto. It's in auto, like, temperature-wise. I mean, does it want me to set certain temperatures? Here, I'll set it cooler than normal. Gotta freeze them out, right? Oh. We'll just say
Fire
checked.
control and wing overheat panels. Check and set. Equipment cooling. Check. Passenger oxygen. Check. Hydraulic panel.
Panels up here.
Check and set. Fuel jettison panel. Check. Crew oxygen. On. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. ADPs. Off. Checklist completed.
Ta-da! Alright, and then when you go to start, you're supposed to turn on the number 4 electric pump. And let's call for push and do all that good stuff before we actually do that. Well, actually, we got to call for clearance, then we can go from there. So let's go ahead and connect PilotEdge. We're going to be Clipper 103.
Connected to PilotEdge.
And we want to call clearance delivery, which that's the 19.2, I believe. Yep. So over on 2. Albuquerque clearance, Clipper 103, Albuquerque to Denver, ready to pick up our IFR.
Clipper 103, Albuquerque cleared, stand by. Citation 72, Golf contact, Delhi Center 125.27, good day.
It's going to be like, what, in the F? I should have Navgraph open, ready to look at all these departures he's going to potentially throw at me here. He's probably looking at the route like, what in the world are you doing, man? Yeah, he's working on a clearance, I bet, right now. He's trying to figure out what I want. It's going to be the second I go to drink this Mountain Dew, he's going to start talking. Watch. Oh, we're good.
Clipper 103, cleared to the Denver airport, Albuquerque tree departure, red vector Alamosa, Larks 2 arrival. Maintain 9,000, departure frequency 127.4, squawk 2 tree, 5 tree.
Cleared to the Denver airport via the Albuquerque 3 departure, Albuquerque Jet 13 to Alpha Lima Sierra for the Larks 2 arrival. Climb maintain 9,000, 127.4, and squawk 2353, Clipper 103.
Clipper 103 is clear to the Denver airport, Albuquerque tree departure, radar vector Alamosa, Larks 2 arrival. The rest of the readback was correct. And just be advised, your mic is kind of going robotic there. Information mic current.
Copy, we have Mike, and I'll take a look at the microphone, see if something funky's going on.
Clipper 103, okay, thanks. And then I just want to confirm that route one more time. It's Albuquerque tree departure, radar vector Alamosa, Larks 2 arrival.
Yep, the Albuquerque 3 departure, radar vector Alamosa, Larks 2 arrival, Clipper 103.
Clipper 103, thank you.
Oh, let's see if I should use this headset microphone. It might come through a little better on his end. Whoops, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Alright, let's see if it's even an option for me to use this other microphone. Let's see, PilotEdge preferences. Yeah, it's not even an option. Well, I'll have to fiddle with that later, I guess. Or just make sure I'm clearly looking and talking to the microphone, you know? Alright. So we're good as far as that's concerned. We have information, Mike. We're doing the Albuquerque 3 vectors to Alamosa, which I'm pretty sure is the ALS VOR. I'm not sure why he's... Yeah, that is. Okay. Radar vectors to Alamosa for the Larks too. Initial altitude he gave us is 9,000. And we can expect to take off a runway 26, which is a heading of 259. And our initial speed, of course, is going to be no... Actually, I think out of here it's no faster than 240 knots initially, so you can climb like a bat out of hell, which isn't going to be a problem, because we're the lightest loaded 747 ever. Speaking of, I need to look at if we're heavy or not. I think we are. Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, I'm a heavy. Okay. Alright. I believe we are pretty much good to go. On taxi out, we can expect probably just taxi via Alpha, I would assume. We've already talked to clearance. Next person we're going to talk to is ground, so let's go back to numero uno here. Ground tower, and then we'll talk to departure. So let's see if it looks like we're going to go outside of... My bad. If we're going to cross the movement area lines when we push back. I don't think we are. No, we can push into the ramp. Movement area line. That's the taxi line. There's parking right there as well. So is this whole area controlled? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Hold on. I gotta... Whoops. I gotta move the camera so I can see here. Yeah, this whole area is controlled. Alright. So we're at gate Bravo 9, and we are ready to push. And we are talking to ground. Albuquerque ground, Clipper 103 heavy, ready to push off of Bravo 9.
Clipper 103 heavy, Albuquerque ground, roger, okay. Do you need to push back onto a taxiway?
No, it looks like we could push back and remain clear of the taxiway. I just didn't see any movement area lines on my scenery, so I thought it might be controlled.
Clipper 103, roger. Just call when you're ready for taxi.
Roger. He's just like, why your scenery have to be bad?
Down to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I wonder if it's even going to be able to do this. I'm going to be impressed if it does. Boop, boop.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright. Beacon's on. Are we done loading, I wonder? Are we done boarding? Yeah, we're boarded. We're ready to go. Alright, let's do this then. Alright, for starting... Actually, we're already set back there with the way the packs are and everything, so... Yep. We good. We just gotta wait for our tug to get here and, once we start pushing, we'll start starting them up.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So I need to hold off on that before start checklist until I'm actually ready to push. It's just getting used to this plane. Alright, should be ready for us to release the brake here shortly, and then we can start our start sequence. This almost looks like the Doomsday plane. Well, I mean, it is pretty similar. Oh, you're saying because the paint job being the blue and white.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Park brake release, no strings off, you're clear to push. I don't know why she's not pushing. The brake is off. Oh, the chocks are on still.
Cockpit to ground. Remove the chocks.
That would do it.
Starting pushback.
Shocks removed.
And you may start engines.
And here we go. Starting them up. I forget. It wants us to start number 4 first, right? Yeah. Oh, I gotta arm the start valve.
Ready to start the engines.
There we go.
Ready for engine start. Starting engine 4.
Starter valve open.
You can see over here the N2's coming up. Just waiting for him to say N2 20%, and then we can start him up.
%, and 2.
That took forever.
Fuel on. Light up.
Something's set wrong back there.
Starter off.
Leads are the way they're supposed to be. Not sure
Engine
why it started
stabilized.
that slow.
Starting engine 3.
Starter valve open.
Yeah, but you might be late, but at the same time you're here just in time for things to actually start happening because it takes forever to get this thing
Operation
going.
complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Park brake set, clear.
Ready.
Station tow. Stand by.
Fuel on. Light up.
Starter off.
And stabilizing.
Engine stabilized.
Oh, I already started that engine dirt.
Starting engine 2.
Starter valve open.
And I'm not sure what I think. I mean, I love Track IR. I wish there was an easy way to toggle it on and off in this simulator. Because
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been
20%
removed.
and 2.
Hand signal on the left. We'll see you
Fuel
next
on.
time.
for the
and have
sake
fun
of
up there.
streaming, I
Lights
feel like
up.
it's a lot more cohesive and smooth if I'm not using the Track IR.
Starter off.
And once you see that EGT roll back, which is probably kind of hard to see unless I
Engine
zoom in,
stabilized.
it's coming back, means stabilized. And starting number 1.
Starting engine 1.
Starter valve open. %, and 2.
Fuel on.
Fuel flow, light up.
Light up.
Starter off.
And waiting for that to come back. Stabilize.
Engine stabilized.
Excellent! We can turn off the start valves then. Those will all go to flight start, I believe, once we get going. I forget exactly where I do that, though, so I'm not going to do it yet. Probe heaters on. Let's go flaps to 10 for departure.
Flaps 10.
And our trim setting's gonna be somewhere in here. It's only gonna use 2,000 feet of runway. Oh my gosh. 3.2 initial pitch up of 16 degrees. So 3.2, that's gonna be a nose down area. And that is set. Alright. Let's go to our after start checklist.
After start checklist.
Flight recorder.
On.
Start switches.
Off.
Beacon lights.
On.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Engine anti-ice.
Off.
Electrical panel. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Come back here, gotta turn on the generators. Turn on the generators.
Back valves. Let's see. Open. Dual warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. This. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Cool.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Takeoff data. EPR and airspeed bugs.
Did I not set those? Oh.
Set and cross-check.
Stabilizer trim.
Set in
Set.
green band.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Hold on.
Let's see, this is what that shakiness is why I'm wondering if I should really do
Check.
track IR as I'm
Fuel
streaming.
dampers.
Check.
Seat belts and shoulder harness.
Check.
APU. Let's see.
It's spinning down, we'll just say it's off.
Fuel heat. Off. Totalizer and gross weight. Set. Flight engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. This. Normal. Seat belts and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Cool. Let's just do the before takeoff checklist now because it's going to be a pretty quick taxi.
Before takeoff checklist.
There's no icing considerations to worry about.
Icing considerations.
Check.
Cabin alert.
Check.
Transponder.
Hold on. Check.
Ignition.
I screwed this up. It should be 2353. There we go. Ignition, all to flight start.
Flight start.
Body gear steering.
We'll come back to that. That gets turned off at the last second.
Back valves. Wait. Closed. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Fuel boost pumps. On. Cross feed valves. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed.
Alrighty. We are good to go. Let's get out of here. This guy's probably like, I wonder if Clipper's gonna call over. Albuquerque ground. Clipper 103 Heavy, ready to taxi with Mike.
Clipper 103 Heavy, roger. Do you want runway 3 or 26?
Runway 26, please.
Clipper 103 Heavy, runway 26, taxi via Alpha.
Taxi runway 26 via Alpha, Clipper 103 Heavy. Alright.
Clipper 103 Heavy, just for your information, you're still sounding a little, I guess, broken there. I don't know. It kind of sounds like when your mic's too far away from the receiver, I guess.
Yeah, I tried to change microphones and it didn't seem to work out, so I'm just going to have to lean forward and do my best here.
Clipper 103 Heavy, roger.
Why are we drifting off here? Something's not right.
Stabilized.
That was really weird. It was like we were stuck on something. Interesting. Alright, here we are turning on to Alpha. Alright, couple quick before takeoff items. Let's make sure we have our first fix loaded in. So we're doing the Albuquerque 3 departure, which is just going to be radar vectors to our first fix, which is Alamosa, which is going to be 113.9. And then from there, we'll actually be doing our departure, our arrival into Denver. Other than that, we got nothing to worry about. Alright. Me trying to do the action shot, end up going somewhere we don't want to go. That's funny. Got a little squirrely there. No. No, so that was on VATSIM. That was not on PilotEdge. This sounds like Hawker Driver or Austin, maybe. I wonder if there's a way I can actually go and see who it is. Couple of frequent visitors with Sim Caesar's channel. Looks like there's some military practicing with PilotEdge down near Oklahoma City. I could have sworn there was a way I could see who all is online. There we go. PilotEdge Aware, maybe. Apparently I need to go in and make my PilotEdge info anonymous again because it shows my real name. It's kind of iffy. Well, I'll deal with that once we're in the air, not while we're taxiing around on the ground and sterile flight deck and easily distracted. Alrighty. Have that overlay up for a moment. We'll end up clicking it off for takeoff, though. There's a big, beautiful bird. It's really cool to see the nose wheel steering. I've never had a simulated in a plane that has nose wheel steering. Or, sorry, not nose wheel steering, body steering. Oh yeah, it's really cool to have nose wheel steering. Never dealt with a plane with that before. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. English! It's a thing! Uh-oh, my watch says I need to get active. Well, it's too bad. It's not going to happen at the moment. I'm going over to tower, and departure's on 124.4. Tower Clipper 103 Heavy, holding short of runway 26 at Alpha, ready for departure.
Clipper 103 Heavy, Albuquerque Tower, flying 260, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Heading 260, runway 26, clear for takeoff. Clipper 103 Heavy. Does the radio sound a bit better now?
Clipper 103 Heavy, negative.
Well, shit. Alright, lights are on. Nose with steering's off. That's really weird. I've never had this issue before. I mean, maybe it's the processing that I have on. Maybe if I turn that off, that'll help. Let's try that. Well, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. I'll go check that in a second. Yeah, I know it's okay on the stream end. That was a terrible lineup. Oh, that was so bad. Alright, we're ready. Here we go.
Cross set.
80 knots.
Checks.
V1. Rotate. Gears up.
Turn on flight vectors, altitude select, got heading 260. Slows down so we can accelerate. Yeah, should turn to that heading 260 or a bit off.
Clipper 103 Heavy,
What up,
contact
Chaz?
departure.
Oh, departure, Clipper 103 Heavy. Flaps 5.
1000 level off. Flaps 5.
Oh, do not descend. That'd be bad. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
Albuquerque departure, Clipper 103 Heavy, 8700 climbing, 9000, heading 260.
Clipper 103 Heavy, Albuquerque departure, but a contact climb maintain followable tree set. Correction, climb maintain followable 230, turn right heading 360.
Right heading 360, climb maintain 230, Clipper 103 Heavy. This is fun hand flying this right now, because I'm way behind. 230. Let's just get through 10,000, then we can click the autopilot on.
$10,000.
Through 10. Let's go to... Gosh dang it. Come on. There we go. Vertical speed. Autopilot on. Climb at 300. Whew! It's a handful. Alright, thanks for popping in. Just say hi, even, Chaz. It's greatly appreciated. Why is
Clipper
it...
103 Heavy, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6. Clipper 103 Heavy, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6.
134.6, Clipper 103 Heavy. Whoops. 134.6. Albuquerque Center, Clipper 103 Heavy, 14,000, climbing flight level 230, heading 360.
Clipper 103 Albuquerque Center, Roger, climb maintain flight level 330, 18 will clear direct to Alamosa.
Climb maintain flight level 330, when able, clear direct Alamosa, Clipper 103 Heavy. Alright, once we have Alamosa we can go do it. Looks like we're able to do that, so let's center up the needles here. Or not. We're in radio. It says we're picking it up, and yet we're not. There it is. It's kind of weird. Altitude selects armed. Going up to 330, good to go. Short hauling and a long hauler, flying it like an RJ? Hell yeah! I'm too freaking ADD for a longer flight on Flight Sim, man. Because I want to sit here and I want to stream, right? And I want to show off this cool plane. But I don't want to get bored. And I also want to go back to playing Diablo in a little bit. Because my friends are online playing that too, but I wanted to stream, so... Well, it helps if I actually select a mode over here. It was just in pitch mode. It was brilliant. Had to make sure the flaps were all the way up. Ooh, the packs aren't on. Hi, everyone. Hope you're not passing out back there. Let's do our after takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
Gear lever.
Damn. Off.
Landing and logo lights.
Damn. Off.
Ignition.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking sign. Check. Pack valves. Open. Fuel heat. Let's see. Auto. After takeoff checklist completed.
Sweet. Just ducky. Oh gosh, that is not the camera I wanted. The frame rate got angry. You know, let's do a little free camera action. Oh, that is not what I meant. Never mind. Let's take a walk around the 747 real quick. Oh, it's not gonna let me, is it? I thought that view would let me. Hold on. Let's go up here. There we go. Check it out! Down upper deck. Got a lav. This is flying in style up here. And it's supposedly, this is like, I wish I would have gotten to experience this on a 747 before they all went away, as far as passenger carrying goes. But apparently this is like one of the nicest ways to fly because it's crazy quiet up here. Let's go down the steps. Need to go faster than that. I'm not sure what the plane's doing right now, so we need to keep moving on here. Plane could be doing anything for all we know. I need to set up some pre-made cameras for this to make my life a lot easier. So first, let's look forward. Check it out. Welcome to first class. Then let's quickly head through the cabin. Let me actually get to about where my height is, you know. Oh, that's not going to be quick enough. This would be a lot smoother if I wasn't using Track IR. Track IR and X camera kind of make some interesting things happen as you're going along. Look how big this plane is. It's nuts. Oops. This is what happens when you go dinking around in the back. That's okay though, we'll climb like a bat out of hell and then it'll slow down. Speed's waiting back off. Right now, PilotEdge controller's probably like, what is he doing? Whoops. What other views do I have set up? I have left wing, right wing, overhead, middle. That's right. FO, captain, bottom pedestal, and that. Okay. So I didn't set up anything for outside really. Just kind of your standard. Standard views. I do not know if this supports shared cockpit yet or not. I know that the FlyJSim 737 does, because that's who's writing that program is FlyJSim. I imagine a plane like this is going to support it though, which would be amazing because it is a bit of a handful for one person. It's fun though.
Clipper 103, contact Denver Center 127.02.
12702, Clipper 103 heavy. Sorry, I'm cheating and using my panel because it'll be way too fast for 12702. Denver Center, Clipper 103 heavy, 32-4 climbing 330 direct Alamosa.
Clipper 103 Albuquerque, correction, Denver Center, roger.
We should be leveling off here in a moment. When does it... Well, when it does, you'll send gear for me? Sounds good. Honestly, I'm looking forward so much to shared flight deck and shared cockpit because it's going to make it so much more like the real thing. We're going to have the ability to do so much more, so much smoother. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. We just got here. Calm down. Oh, it's because the auto throttle's being stupid. Hold on. Come on, auto throttle. I'm still learning this auto throttle system, if you couldn't tell. Just give it a second, and it'll bring it back. It's gonna bring it all the way back to idle. It's fine. We're learning the throttle system, okay? If you ain't clacking, you slacking. Going way too effing fast, but you know, it's all good. Alright, we're only 70 miles from Alamosa. Let's make sure we pull up this arrival and understand what's going on with the arrival. Because we are going to have to do a little bit of manual vertical planing. Scary thought, I know. Why is that not? Simulink? Isn't Simulink working? Yeah, it's on. It's really weird that it's not doing it for me. Anyway, well, that could be a hell of a problem if it's not going to bring any charts up for Denver. Something went wrong while getting the chart. Interesting. Well, Navigraph and Sim Toolkit Pro has decided to take a dump, so I guess I just gotta pull it up outside of Sim Toolkit Pro. That is literally the first time I've ever had a problem with that. Alright, Navigraph. But yeah, being able to have two people in the flight deck is going to be awesome because you're going to have that person who actually can sling the gear. You're going to have the one person who can have their hands on the autopilot control panel, and the other one can be doing the radios, and it'll just work the way it's supposed to. So it'll be really cool because it'll run so smooth. Well, I shouldn't say so smooth, because we haven't all trained together for real and don't all necessarily do the same procedures, but we'll kind of learn as we go till everyone kind of do the same procedures. Alright, so from the Alamosa VOR, we're going to track a course of 339.
November 49 Papa Lima, Seattle Center, cleared to the north of the airport as file. Maintain 8,000. Departure frequency is 1.4. Squawk tree 4441.
339's ready to go. And we're going to track that to Hickey, and then from Hickey we're going to track inbound to
November 9 Lima Papa, the reback is correct, and I just want to confirm you are on the ground.
And we can expect 250 knots and 17,000 at
November 9
large.
Lima
So
Papa,
let's just
thank
do the
you.
math for that
Hold
now.
for release. Advise
We're at
number 1, short
33.
reactive runway, ready for depart.
So we're going to need to lose map 16,000 feet. Yep. Yep. So we'll need to lose 16,000 feet by Lark, so 16 times 3, you got 48 miles out, so we'll say... Oh, and this is fun because you have to actually do the DME map too. That's disgusting. So we'll say 50 miles from Larks we need to start down, which is a DME of 91 from Falcon. So DME 91 is our top descent if he gives us that expect. I did that math right? High storm jazz. Flaps up, shut up. Gear up, flaps up, shut up. And I'm using a calculator to double check the math because I don't trust myself right now because that seems crazy. Yeah, I was right. So 50 miles. We also need to lose, actually, you know what? We need to lose like 50 knots too. So we're going to want to start down 53 miles away from Larks, which is going to be 94 DME. Give yourself 1 mile per 10 knots. Should work out well. Alright, so it'll be 94 DME from Larks once we're on our way to that, which is actually before we even get there. It's actually going to be a few miles before Hickey that we need to start down. This just got complicated. Let me show you why I'm saying this. This just, it's got real complicated. Alright, so we got this expected 17,250 knots, right? I said we need to start down 16 times 3 is 48, and then add 5 knots, or 5 miles to slow the 50 knots, so 53 miles from Larks. But Larks is based off of DME from this, so you gotta add 53 to 41. So that's 94. So if we keep backing up, you see this little thing that says DME here, right? That's 86 at Hickey, so we need another 8 miles from there. So then we have to do it based off the DME off Alamosa. So 86 minus 8 is 72 miles. No, sorry, 78 miles. Yeah, so it's actually DME of 78 from Alamosa is our top of descent. You're welcome for the math. I know you wanted that today, in the morning, early, wherever you are. Oh boy. But you know what? You get the math done, you're ahead of schedule, and everything's good. Yeah, your brain probably hurts right now. It probably would work a lot better if I could have explained it on like a whiteboard. You know, like whiteboard format. Or I should have started like drawing on the chart. Cockpit reminds you of the Concorde, similar radio, SIVA, etc. Yeah, it's a lot like the Concorde, the FlyJSim 737, and the FlyJSim 727. shared flight deck or shared cockpit does work on the 727 and the 737 actually already. It makes it kind of tempting to get the 727 the next time it's for sale, but I should resist the urge because, I mean, we got freeware that, you know, I mean, we have so much freeware, and this thing is like a massive 727, right? It hauls ass like the 727 does, and it has 4 engines instead of just 3, and it still has a handy-dandy engineering panel, or engineer's panel. But it actually gets constant speed drives, so I don't have to sit here and fiddle with the hertz on the generators. So that's nice. Alright, we're 10 miles from Alamosa. Once we're there, like I said, we're going to be tracking the 339, which is ready to go on the FO side. So we'll just flip it over to number 2. And actually, since we're going to have some Kona confusion action, and I didn't do the math for how early we should make the turn, let's do this. Let's go to dual. Pop. And let's kind of turn our head like this, because we'll be able to keep an eye on it. We're at 33,000 feet. 33 divided by 5 is about 6 miles, so I think we're actually about to pass over it. Is that math right? Oh, it's divided by 6. So 36 divided by 6 is 6 miles, so yeah, we're passing over it right now if this DME error is correct. Yeah, see, it's trying to turn. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to heading mode because we're in the Kona confusion. We're going to start our turn to re-intercept this course over here. Time, turn, twist, throttle, talk. That's what we're doing. Old school IFR. So we're turning to re-intercept the outbound course. Thanks for stopping in, Chaz. It's good talking to you, man. Hopefully we'll be able to do some shared cockpit stuff soon. This stuff's fun. That'd be so fun, actually. Alright, the next thing we definitely need to do is 78 from DME from Alamosa. We will be descending. That's our top of descent. Oh shit, I'm gonna go through the course again. Had a bit too strong of an intercept angle there. If the controller happens to be Austin or Hawker driver and you have a recording that shows like the track, I'd love to see it. Actually, you know what? I think I have it on Volanta right now because I've been flying on Volanta. Or I've had Volanta up. I gotta see this. This could be really funny, actually.
Clipper 103, descend at Piles Discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Piles Discretion down flight level 240, Clipper 103 heavy. Alright. We'll let it do its thing now. Yep, Volanta shows the wiggle. That's hilarious. Oh, man. I should have just let it do its thing. I should have set a more shallow intercept angle, and I should have just clicked it over to VOR. Alright, pilot's discretion down to 240. So since he gave us discretion, it is actually more efficient for fuel and for us getting there faster because we're taking advantage of the high altitude to stay up here for now. But to give us a little more buffer, what I'll do instead is instead of at 78 DME starting down, I'll start down at 50. Just to give ourselves a little more buffer because the last time I flew this plane, let's just say the vertical planning didn't quite work out the way I hoped it would. Because it's a big plane and the spoilers, well, this is a really big plane. The spoilers are like a couple panels here and like a few panels out here, and so they're really small compared to the rest of the wing. So being able to descend and slow down with how heavy this thing isn't really in the cards. Oh, sorry, track IR. Came back up, you could see me shaking my head. Ooh, you know what? How are we doing on fuel? This is something that bit me in the ass a few times. We're going to open those because the way this system works is stupid in my opinion. Although honestly, it could just be my fault for having these cross bleed valves open after takeoff, although you'd think that'd be part of the checklist or something if they're not supposed to be open. So what's been going on, you can see that these are approximately half the amount of fuel in the mains here. So the number 1 and number 4 engines have been flaming out on me, which is just a lot of fun on short final. And it's happened both times on short final. Hilarious for anyone else. Not so great for me. Even though they've used pretty much the same exact amount of fuel, as you can see. So, open up those reserve tanks, let the fuel go into there, those tanks, close cross-feed valves, because I don't want that stuff just cross-feeding like crazy, and we should be good to go. I should plan on a runway. I should get the ATIS to plan for a runway. That'd be smart. That'd be kind of necessary, because things tend to happen fast in this thing because you have so much random stuff to do. We got information gained in Denver right now. It's 230 at 8. 10-mile visibility. There's 16 viewpoint.
November 9 Lima Papa, release for departure, clearance flight if not off in 8 minutes, frequency change approved, report airborne.
Driving 16 right, 17 left, and 17 right. Using the ILSs right, so let's make sure I read that right. Yep. Alright, we got 16 right. 17 left and 17 right. We'll plan on 16 right then. So I'll have that ILS chart ready to go. I can't really pre-program much because I'm going to be flying this arrival, but I've got that ready to go. DH is 200. Oh yeah, that's something I haven't practiced yet, and has been an absolute disaster so far, is every time I go to land this thing too, I don't really know where to pull the power compared to other planes, because it's so freaking tall. It's just not there yet. Let's put it that way. It's really funny for everyone else to watch, I'm sure, but wow, I really need to redo that view, because it's rough. Alright. So let's go to performance calculations and landing points. Is that our weight right now? Or is that what it's estimating we're going to land at? That's what it's estimating we're going to land at. Because what's this say our weight is right now? 502,000 pounds. There we go. Laps 30, those will be the speeds. We can use medium braking is fine, minimum braking is probably pushing it just a little bit. We'll just have to, I don't know, we can use minimum braking and then I can just take over. Altimeter is going to be 3013 at the airport. Outside air temperature is 16. We'll just put it up because that makes it a little more conservative, 20 degrees C. The wind's 230 at 8. my heading is going to be 160. There we go. So yeah, we can just use minimum braking, that's fine. Oh, airport elevation, yeah, need to change that. It's 5,000 feet here. So it says 9,000 feet of runway to pull that off. And 16 right is 16,000 feet long, so yeah, we're good. Be minimum braking. Alright. So set that down. Oh, shnikes, I need to start down. It's okay, we're not past the point I wanted to be at. Ground speeds, 450 knots, times 2 is 2,200-ish. Vertical speed. Denver Center, Clipper 103 Heavy, leaving flight level 330 for flight level 230.
Clipper 103, roger.
Alright, doing good. We need to get our next radial set, because we're coming up on that pretty quickly. I'm going to be using the Falcon VOR next, which is 116.3. And let's take a listen to make sure we got the right VOR there. Yep, that is the correct VOR. Alright, so that's ready to go over there. And our inbound course to it's going to be 040. All set. Looking ducky.
Seattle Center, Bonanza 49 Lima Papa.
November 49 Lima Papa, Seattle Center.
All right, got you now. It's at 3.7 for 8,000 airborne.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
November 9 Lima Papa, I that.
Kind of a mesh descent and approach checklist. I'm not sure I like that, because a lot of this stuff, that should probably come on at 18,000 or definitely 10,000, obviously.
November 9 Lima Papa, radar contact 5 miles north of Crescent City, maintain 8,000.
Auto brakes, I would prefer to set
Maintain
before
8,000, 9 Lima
18,000
Papa.
as part of the descent checklist. That we're already following it, that's fine, that's fine.
Clipper 103, cross out Larks at 17,000.
Cross Larks at 17,000, Clipper 103. And 17,000 is set. Spoilers, that'd be more of an approach thing for me, because you might need your spoilers on the way down to get down and slow down. So that'd be like once cleared for the approach and you let the flight attendants know, ding ding, we're going to land, I'd arm the spoilers there. Altimeter is definitely an 18,000. Landing data, EPR, and speed bugs definitely 18,000. And that stuff's probably all 18,000 as well. So it's kind of a weirdly meshed checklist. And honestly, we can turn the fuel heaters off now. It's more of a long haul flight thing. Those are empty. Those are all balanced. We can close those valves off. That's fine. That door should have been closed already. What else was there? That was kind of a EPR to go around. We'll do that. And that feels more like an approach thing to me too. Arm the spoilers, EPR to go around. Oh, shite. I screwed up. Only a few miles off. A few miles is pretty bad. Let's slow it down, that'll help us get back to course here a little quicker. I let that go too long. That's what you gotta be careful about doing old school navigation. And we can stow the spoilers. That's the sort of shit that makes you crash in the mountains. It's pretty bad. Thankfully, we're well above the required altitude in this sector. Required altitude for off-route navigation, or the MSA was 16,800, but can't go that far off course. That's pretty bad.
Clipper 103, the Denver altimeter tree 01 tree, contact Denver approach 120.35.
12035, Clipper 103 heavy.
On weather.
I did that a stupid way. Denver approach, Clipper 103 heavy. Information Yankee 19,000 sending 17,000 at Larks.
Clipper 103, heavy Denver approach, expect visual approach runway 16 right.
Expect
Down
visual
level
approach
up.
runway 16 right, Clipper 103.
November 49er, Lima Papa, the north mid altimeter 29er, 89er, wind able to approach request.
Leveling off here in a moment. And we should see this.
November 9er, Lima Papa, okay, expect that, and just advise when you have the north and west.
Spoilers are stowed, we're good there. And he said visual to 16 right. We plan on ILS 16 right, but that's just visual backed up with the ILS is all we're doing there. So that's exactly what we wanted. Why is this not coming in? This is showing that it's pretty much right where it should be. This is really weird. Over here it's showing what I would expect to see. This is not. Oh, I'm a ding dong, that's why. Woo, man! Some mistakes being made today. It's a good thing I at least paid attention to that. Struggle, struggle. So does the game just plug into the... so does the game just plug into the game when you change frequency in game? Places you in the correct channel? So there's a little interface going on in the background where this PilotEdge plugin, right? When I tune the appropriate frequencies, there's a server, the PilotEdge service runs a server that basically sends the audio to those frequencies you have programmed. That'd be the way I describe it. So it's the plugin taking care of that on the back end. Otherwise, if you were to tune these frequencies as you're flying along, the default game does have these frequencies programmed for these different approaches and center, and you can use the in-game air traffic control if you want, But
Over another Lima Papa,
honestly,
just
the
confirm
in-game air traffic
your
control
approach
on this
request.
game, since it is a little older, is not the best. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020's in-game air traffic control, I'd say, is a little better than this.
November 9 Lima
But it's just
Papa,
because it's
please.
AI. If you don't do what it wants you to do and you don't respond just in the right amount of time, right, it just sits there and it goes through the whole thing. So that's why you have that sim and PilotEdge and Iveo and PosCon as options. Alright, we're looking good. So right now we're literally just flying to the Falcon VOR on this course, and then we'll expect radar vectors once we get there. And honestly, since I have it on number 1, what we can do is we can actually get the ILS ready to go on the right side. It's going to be on 111.9er. And the approach course is going to be 173. And it's very unlikely we can pick up the localizer identifier from this far out, but just if there's some crazy happenstance that we can. No, we're way too far away. The range is usually only like 20 miles on those, but you don't really need to check it before that. Alright, and the way we identify where we could expect vectors is at huge. It's actually just called huge, but it's spelled H-U-U-G-E, so that's kind of funny. The DME will be 10.6 from the VOR, so this will be at 10.6, and we can expect vectors from there. We're at 250 knots, 17,000 at Larks, the way we're supposed to. Larks DME is 41, so we're 3 miles from Larks, and we're right where we're supposed to be. We're pretty much all set for everything. Ooh, except I screwed this up. Good thing I saw that in time. 318. Altimeter's set. So there's 41.5 and we're at 17,000, so we're all good. Let me double check that ATIS again. Make sure I have the right altimeter written down. 3013. Okay, good. We're good. Everything's good. Let's take a look at our landing calculations again. Sorry, let's do it this way. Use track IR. I already set the weather data. It all looks good. Let's set our speed bugs. Minimum braking.
Clipper 103 Heavy, descend and maintain 12,000.
So I maintain 12,000, Clipper 103 Heavy. 12,000, let's go vertical speed mode. And let's just do 1,500 feet per minute, it's fine. Alright, we're descending into the Denver area. Sorry, I don't think my scenery is that phenomenal for here. Once we get closer, you'll start seeing buildings pop up here. This is kind of the downtown area. At least not, my scenery in here at least isn't phenomenal in X-Plane. I think I bought Denver, though. I forget if I bought custom Denver scenery for X-Plane or not. I honestly don't remember. Spoiler stowed, right? Yeah. It's really annoying that this isn't settable to an axis right now, so I can't have it on my honeycomb axis. So I can't just look down and see that I've stowed it. See if we can see the airfield yet. I definitely cannot see it yet. It should be kind of out here, out in the fields. Oh wait, I bet it's right there. Yeah, that's going to be the airfield. It's really low detail right now because we're so far away, but there it is, way the heck out there. Seems like an appropriate time to do the approach checklist now.
Approach checklist, please.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Check.
Outer brakes.
Low. 1000 level off.
Radio INS switches.
Radio.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Spoilers.
Hold on. Armed.
Altimeters.
1020. Set and cross check.
Landing data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross check.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. Off. EPR computer. This. Go around. Cabin altitude. Check. Circuit breakers. Check. Approach checklist completed.
Alright. Good to go. Alright, we're coming up on our 10.6-ish DME where we can expect vectors. We're at 250 knots. Let's go flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Clipper 10 traffic, the Denver airport is 11 o'clock, 20 miles.
Looking. Clipper 103 heavy.
Clipper 10 traffic, roger, turn off heading 350.
Left heading 350, fields in sight, Clipper 103 heavy.
Clipper 103 heavy, cleared visual approach, runway 16 right.
Cleared visual approach, runway 16 right, Clipper 103 heavy. Okay, we're cleared for the visual, spoilers are armed, and thrust is in go around. And let's go ahead and start slowing this beast down, shall we? Let's bring it back to 230 knots. What do I need for flaps? 5? Below 250? Cool. And we're below 250, flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
It's nuts, the airspeeds on this thing. It's so big. The airspeeds for the flaps are crazy high. Alright, so we're basically just going to vector ourselves out for the ILS here. Just because that's the simplest way to do it. Just set ourselves up like we're doing that. So, let's see. We'll descend to 8,000 feet for now. And that'll put us at proper height for the fix before the final approach fix. Airport's right out over here off our right. It just... Now it's starting to load in. I should get the custom scenery for here. Looking good. We're going to be landing on that runway going the opposite direction of what we're going now, so we're pretty much just going to fly out and then boop, 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 and fly back in. And also, we can have the ILS set to go on this side now. 111.9er. It's ready to go, and the course is going to be 173. We're going to stay in heading mode because we're vectoring ourselves out there. And me do one at a time. Make sure we're on the right frequency here.
$10,000.
That's good. Let's check the right side. Through 10. Lights are on. We're good to go there. And that was the right frequency as well. So both sides are tuned to the proper frequency and we are getting the right station. We're going to send down to 8,000. We're just going to chill there as we fly out on the downwind. Tower frequency is going to be 135.3. I'm cheating. I'm using my panel because it's way quicker. I'm just going to start using the panel. It's honestly so much faster.
Glide slope alive.
It does the
Down level
0.25
off.
spacing instead of the 0.05. It's so much faster to spin in.
Clipper 10 traffic contact Denver Tower, 135.3.
135.3, Clipper 103 heavy. Denver Tower Clipper 103 heavy is on the downwind for the visual for runway 16 right.
Clipper 10 traffic Denver Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land, wind 230 at 8.
Runway 16 right, clear to land, Clipper 103. Alright. About time to land. Just gotta fly her downwind here and give ourselves enough space.
Bonanza, 9 Lima Papa, cross loop C out of 4,000. Correction, out of 5,000. Cleared ILS runway 5 over.
Alright. Hold on, just had a friend text.
Glide slope alive.
Alrighty, let's slow her down. What are our speeds again? They're up here. It's like 170 is a safe speed. Let's go 170 and we'll go flaps 20 for that.
Flaps 20.
And we will turn our base leg. And we need to be down to 7,000 feet where we are here. Coming up on our 7,000. There's the airport. And let's slow to 160. Let's go gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25.
It's just angry because the gear's not down yet, and I'm at flaps 25. Have it start the
Gears
turn
down,
final.
green light.
Let's actually do a bit of an intercept heading here, just because I'm not sure exactly where it's going to end up being. Switch to ILS mode. What's our ref going to be? 132. Gosh, that's slow. Ooh, we need a bit more of an intercept than that. That's our runway. Let's go ahead and start slowing it down to our maneuvering speed, 137. Flaps 30.
Flaps 30. Localizer alive.
Oh gosh, it's gonna blow through it. This is nasty. Oh, I tried. Oh, it's not that bad. As long as it doesn't overcorrect, which is exactly what it's gonna do. There we go. Everything's fine. It was just being a little bit dramatic is all. Spoilers back to arm, we're on glide slope, everything's looking good. It's a little late for this, but it's kind of hard to do with one person.
Landing checklist.
Gear.
Down and check.
Down and check. Flaps.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30. Ignition.
Flight start.
Anti-skid.
Check.
Altimeters. 1, 0, 2, 0. Set and cross-checked. Landing checklist completed.
Alright.
1000.
Auto throttle's off. Autopilot off. Get that cursor out of our way. Don't want to touch high. Correcting.
$500.
Terrain.
Approaching minimums.
Landing. Yeah, a little bit off center line there. 100.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ooh, I finally had a good landing. I hope you did the minus 169.
Check reverse.
You missed it? Minus 160. No guesses, no winners. Oh, man. One of the things says minus 169. One of them said minus 98.
Out, off, reverse. Auto brake off.
Alright, we're going to roll to the next roll. Turn
60
off.
knots.
Finally had a good one. And we used hardly any of the runway, too. Because we're lighter than sin. Come on, plane. Let's go. Let's get off the runway. Let's get off the runway. Come on.
Clipper 10 Abby, turn up on Delta 5. Where do you park?
Left on Delta 5, and we're going to Concourse Alpha Clipper 103. Going to Alpha 37 W. I don't know. Making sure that.
Clipper for 103, Heavy Roger, taxi to parking via Alpha Discretion Delta 5, Whiskey Bravo, then Golf, remain this rig.
Delta 5, Whiskey Bravo, then Golf, remain this frequency. Clipper 103. Alright, where are we going? Delta 5.
Sorry, the aircraft calling, say again.
Whiskey Bravo, Golf. Okay, easy enough. Ooh, off the side a little bit there. Let's get these extra lights off. Inboard stay on, runway turn off, can turn off, strobes off.
After landing checklist.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Body gear steering.
Arm.
Out
Go
of
over
way.
Nine Lima Papa.
Damn. Off.
Ignition.
November Nine Lima Papa, yeah,
Yeah, see,
121.4.
this is where two pilots would be very helpful, because you'd have one person doing this crap and one
Off.
person flying or driving.
Engine and wing and the ice.
Off.
Radar and transponder.
Stand by.
Yeah, you're a lot of clear.
Up.
Spoilers.
Down.
Was that the frequency you got in your clearance, or how did you get to 2485?
7 units.
Outflow valves. Open. Pressurization mode selector. This.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
November Nine Lima Papa, okay, thanks.
Crossing Foxtrot now,
I
it's
think it
going
was
to be a right
121.4
turn
on the
on
clearance.
Golf.
Sorry about that.
Which is right here. Alright, what did he want? Pressurization selector manual? Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. This is where having the two pilots would be great. You have one person taxiing in, the other person doing the checklist stuff. Alright. Almost to our gate. We'll actually end up disconnecting from PilotEdge, and once we get there, I'm not going to shut it all the way down yet, because we're going to do our replay, and it gets really upset when you don't have certain things turned on when you go to do the replays. So, we're just going to finish our taxi in here, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I'm not taking that inner line. We're actually going over here the way we should. Oop, that line's coming up quicker than I thought. Not sure if this is the gate I told him we were going to, but it's the gate we're going to because it's open. I think Lufthansa might actually be at the gate I said we were going to go to. This says this is Alpha 33. I'm sure he won't mind. Wing clippage incoming. Clank. Screw it, we'll shut it down. I don't really care how angry it gets. Alright, park brakes on. And let's go over here. What did he want? Pressurization mode selector, manual.
Manual. Aft cargo heat. Let's see. Off. APU. Check. Wait.
Let's give it a second to start up here. Door is open, EQ starting.
Checklist completed.
Good to go there.
Parking brake set.
Did we just go into the building? I just noticed. Yeah, we're in the building. We're totally in the building. What just happened? Ooh, we're damn close to being in the building. Let's see if we can't reverse. Let's back this plane up, shall we?
Check reverse. Parking brake released. Out, off, reverse.
We need to back up more than that. That's better. I'm not sure why the brake didn't set when I actually
Parking brake set.
went to set it. That was really weird. Alright. We're all good there. And shut down. Check that securing. Well, let's just do this. So, brakes on, APU's on, and we're getting the power from that, so we can kill number 1, kill number 2, kill number 3, kill number 4. Beacon off. Seatbelt sign off. And body gear steering disarmed. And here comes our jetway to hook us up, and there you go. There's a complete flight. Now I need to do that. There you go. Flight from Albuquerque to Denver in the glorious 747-200. Let's do a little bit of replayage in a second here. Once this is actually hooked up to the plane, we'll take a look at the replay from a couple different views. Let's see how it goes into the plane. Yeah, you know. You can only ask for so much. Alright. And Denver Tower Clipper 103, thank you for the ATC this afternoon.
Okay.
Disconnected.
I guess he didn't want me to bother him with that. He might have been busy on another frequency for all I know. Alright, so we want to be right about... This is where we screwed up. And then this is where everything was fine. I think it was before 1,000 feet. Yeah, it was before 1,000 feet, because 1,000 feet's right at 6,000 there. I think. Pretty sure. Nope, I'm wrong. Well. Oh well. Is what it is, right? Let's do the outside view. This one, I feel like I had a much better feel for where to pull the power. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that was beautiful. Are we on the center line? We're even on the center line. Look at that. It's glorious. Got the reverse thrust out. I wasn't even really doing much on the brakes. Let's do another view of that. The view that hopefully I'll have in a few months when I go out west to go skiing. I need to figure out the controls for this. Get rid of that. Need to actually learn what those are so I don't have that on the screen too. Look how smooth. Very nice. Let's hear what the reverse thrust sounds like. There it is. Excellent. And one last time. It's a little off the center line coming down. That's too much off, to be honest, at first. But I corrected over, I think, towards the end there. There you go, touchdown. Spoilers deployed. Thrust reverse is popping out. There we go. And there we go. There's your flight for the day. Like, thank you all for coming in and stopping by. Chazfly, thank you for stopping by. King Rydog, as always, great to see you. And thank you for everyone else who came by. Even if you didn't say hi, you just came in for a minute to watch. This is a very cool plane. We're going to continue flying this a bit. Also, since we are drawing closer to when I should, hopefully, be getting back into my training to get back into a jet for real, we're probably going to be doing a decent amount of Airbus flying as well. So... in the meantime, thank you all as always for the support. It's a lot more fun to do this when we got people in the channel interacting. And let's see if we can find anyone to raid who's online. We got Beamint, we got Black Box. Let's see if we can find anyone else who's maybe a bit smaller of a streamer. Otherwise, I'll end up going with Black Box, I think. So let's see who's available. You too, Rydog. Thank you. Whoop, sound. Who's this? I've never seen them before. We're gonna raid Mr. Flightzilla. That's who we're gonna go for, is Mr. Flightzilla here. Oh, it's funny, the spoilers are back out again. There we go. So, please stick around for the raid if you can. It is helpful, as always. And we will see you all next time. Here comes your outro. Peace!
All the choices you made, did you make them again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them
What? Simon, I don't know what bits are, but yeah. Cheers, boss. Firestorm! Jeez! Simon, what are those bits? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Firestorm! Thank you for the raid, mate. And King Rye Dog as well. Sorry, that was a horrendous try at pronouncing your name. Thank you for the follow as well. Welcome.